bring income into your family, to eventually be able to quit your job and have a freedom that you have desired for a long time at this point, and it's not working out. And that's what I'm going to address in today's video. Why are you not making money as a VA yet, and what actually works, right? And this is for you because you represent so many of the women who have went through my VA Academy, right? And what I know firsthand is that when you flip the 5 things that are keeping you from not making money as a VA yet, or not making enough money as a virtual assistant yet, when you flip these 5 things, you will. I've seen it over and over and over again. The beautiful thing is, this is not an art, right? It's more of math, right? 2 + 2 is 4. It's not subjective, right? The beautiful thing about the VA industry is that when you put the 5 things together that I'm going to talk about in this video, you will start to make the money that you want. I talked to a client not too long ago who went through my academy, I think 2 years ago at this point, and she told me, I am literally living my dream. Right? She's in her dream country, just bought her 2nd car, in a relationship she adores, right? This is what is possible when you incorporate these 5 things, right? Now, I do want to say that I created this booked VA channel because God has allowed me to learn the skills that get you hired quickly, right? And I just want to be a help, encouragement, and inform other women just like you of what is possible. I do believe, while it's great that you can make more money, if you do not have a relationship with Jesus Christ, the money is in vain, right? Because you'll only have it while you're here. But what about when you die, right? So I just want to always make clear where I stand, because yes, I absolutely help women make more money. And I believe that money is a tool that God allows us to make to be a help and a resource and blessing to other people, right? See Joseph in the Old Testament for a really good example of that. With that being said, let's talk about why you're not making money or enough money yet as a VA and what actually works. Number 1, and I'm going to move a little quickly because we have 5 skills and I want to get you this information without making it too long, okay? So number 1, respectfully, you are unskilled. What skills do you have that would make you helpful, an asset, and valuable for a company to hire you? Are you like really good at administrative things? Are you like really experienced and skilled? Do you have the skill of event planning, right? Do you have the skill of building courses? Do you have the skill of building websites? Do you have the skill of customer service? There are a lot of skills. Do you have the skill of being really good with software, really good with people, really good on the phone, right? There are a lot of skills. Which ones do you have? Are you aware of them, and do you have them, right? So if you're not making a lot of money or enough money or any money as a VA, the chances are high that you're lack the skills, which that's okay. We can fix that pretty easily, but you're lacking the skills, or you're at least lacking how to communicate that you have the skills, right? It's normally one of those. And for some of you, it may be that you either don't know what the skills are that are needed to get hired, or you feel like, well, I'll just get the job and then I'll figure it out once I'm in there, right? Because I've definitely been told that by a client before. And the VA world, I do not recommend that, because it is different. It's different from corporate America. It's different from nonprofit America. There's a different set of even software. Everything really is different, right? Like we're going to move on. you're unexperienced, right? So maybe you have skills, but you just haven't, you learned skills maybe in college, maybe you learned it in some groups, but you haven't used them in a business setting, right? So do you have 5 years of experience, 10 years of experience, 1 year of experience doing X, Y, Z? Because once again, you either don't have the experience or you don't yet know how to communicate the value of that experience, right? And if it isn't like obvious yet, why should they hire you? Right? If you are unskilled and unexperienced, which by the way, I'm going to tell you how to fix both of those in as little as 90 days at the end of this video. But if you're missing both of those, why would they hire you? I've said in another video, the starting rate for a US based VA is $25 to $45 an hour. They're hiring you at 20 hours a week, right? This is money. Some of these jobs are going to be full time. This is like real money that they have to pay you every week, every month, right? Some pay in advance. They need help. It's a great paying job, right? But they do need you to do the work. And most of the jobs that I have found that pay well, there is training on certain things, but there are some things they expect you to come in knowing, right? The third one is you either don't have a portfolio at all or you just have a weak portfolio. Please, if you get nothing else from my channel aside from Jesus loves you, you are infinitely loved and adored more than you can imagine at all times, right? No matter what the circumstance looks like. So that's just one message. Please get that. The other one is resumes are so 1990s. We're talking about AOL Instant Messenger. We're talking about BlackBerry, right? Like, remember that if you are only coming with your resume, do you understand how many other people are only coming with their resume? Do you? Right? That's why all of my graduates not only have I'm not even really big on a resume. They all have a cover letter. The cover letter that I use to get hired on the spot. We don't do 3 proposals and 4 interviews. That's unnecessary in most cases, right? But they all have the get hired on the spot portfolio, and they all have a very in-depth portfolio, a cover letter and a portfolio. If you don't have a portfolio, or you have a very like maybe low portfolio or weak portfolio, that can stop you from getting hired, or also stop you from getting paid the rate you want, because they don't really know what you can do and they don't want to take a chance on you. And that's understandable when you think about it. But when you come in with a portfolio, and I know sometimes I get this question, so there's different ones you can have. You can have like one that's like a PDF where you can, just scroll down. You can have a website based one. There are different kinds that you can have. I'm not as concerned in this video on the kind you have. I'm just letting you know that if you don't have one at all, or it's really weak, that is a reason why you're not making the amount as a VA that you'd like. You have low confidence, right? And I want to be clear. You could be skilled and experienced, but still just not confident that maybe you can make a certain amount. Like, I know I had someone who came to me, and when she first came to me, I think she maybe knew Buffer and Canva. And that was like all the experience that she had. Brilliant woman, right? College degree. But we're talking about VA experience. She didn't have any VA experience. She knew Buffer and Canva. And for me, that wasn't enough. Right? And so I suggested she go through my academy, and then once she did, I was like, okay, you are now qualified to make these type of rates, 30, 40, 50 an hour, right? And initially she was like applying to lower things. And I said, why is this happening? Right? You literally, like, when you go through this program, you are qualified for higher paying jobs. And so anyways, she started getting hired right away. And then after a few clients, after each client would pay more, like, 35, then 40, then 45, she messaged me one day and she was like, you know what, you were right. I was ready for higher paying jobs, even though she was brand new, right? But she was skilled and experienced now because she went through my program, which does that. She said, I just didn't have the confidence to believe it, but now I believe it. So sometimes you may already have the experience, you may have the skills, you may even have a portfolio, but you may just not believe or be confident in the fact that companies will pay you $25 to $45 an hour to be their VA. And to that, I would just say it's not true. Like, again, go to Upwork, go to LinkedIn, do some research. You can see how much people make on Upwork. You can literally see, and I'm telling you, you can see people who have made $100K. I've seen a woman who has made $700K. Like, the money is out there. And then number 5, negotiation. So same person that I was talking to after she graduated the academy, she was so excited because she had an interview with someone and she said everything went well, and they're going to pay me this amount an hour for this many hours. Excuse me. And I was not okay with that amount, because I really don't like, it's kind of to me like if you go to college and you invest all that money for you just to get a job that doesn't even require a college degree and stay there forever. Respectfully, like, unless it's just been assigned by God, you could have saved that money, right? That's all. It's no knock on any profession someone chooses, but if you've invested, I think you deserve to get paid to the degree that you're ready for. And I told her that, right? Because I take it very seriously in my academy. Not only that you get the skills, you get the experience, you get certified, but that you get hired at the rate that you deserve. And so she was like, oh, but I already told them I would accept it. And I told her, listen, this is what you do. You tell them, listen, I have invested in my education to become a certified VA, and what that means is I have more experience than a lot of others in my profession, and it doesn't take me as long as others to get things done, but the quality of my work is higher. So what I can do is I can accept the job, and what we can do is we can cut the number of hours in half, stay with your budget, and just double the rate. And they accept it, right? That is a negotiation tactic. Now, I do not take credit. I will admit that I used to get hired and not even know how much I would make. My sister taught me a lot in one, asking how much you're going to make, and then I learned different negotiation tactics along the way, but more so really just being fair, right? This is not about trying to get over on a company, no, this is about you becoming qualified for the rate they're asking for, right? And then being paid the rate that you deserve for the work that you are going to do. So those are the 5 things that will keep you from not making as much or anything as a VA yet. Let me know if you're open to which one of these you feel like have been holding you back. And if you have a question on like how to get past it, let me know in the comments. And before I let you go, I created this really great resource. Let me pull it up for you to help you with this issue because, you know, when you have a guide, things go really a lot faster. Nope. Here you go. Okay. So I've created 2 resources. One is a free mini course called Paid and Free, and it is a training on how to get your first 35 to 45 an hour client. So if you've never had a client at all before, this is a great resource. This is what I recommend for you. If you've had 1 to 2 clients and it's more so how do you get hired consistently, I put together this bundle. It's only $37. Highly recommend. And for those of you who are like, Angel, I'm all in. I'm like the person who you talk to. I need your academy. You'll come right here to my VA certification. And then I will spend the next 12 weeks helping you get skilled and experienced. And then after that, helping you get hired. Thank you so much for watching. And in the next part of this series, which I don't even think I told you it was a series. Sorry, I was excited. This is the VA Starter Reality Series. In the next video, I will tell you the truth about VA income that no one else is telling you about. Thanks for watching.